Howdy everybody, it's been a month. I've been on a month-long hermitage, but I am back now, streaming live from my my hermit cove with some Hunter Girlfriends gift content. How's everyone doing? I see we got Mello and Scott Days in chat. They're excited for what's about to happen. So yeah, I mean, as you can tell from the stream title, we're doing Momoha's gifts, and yeah, Red, he got her, among several other things, he got her basically a hand-selected barrel of the highest quality Canadian whiskey. I'm sure Momoha would love that. And then as for me, I got her a QuickStove cook kit. When she's roughing it out in the school garden or whatever, you know, she can cook some like frogs or like mushrooms or whatever on this. I'm sure she would really appreciate being able to cook her food. But yeah. Right now I'm about to start with the thumbnailing process. We're gonna try to get the like basic idea of the pose and like picture down, and try not to get too stuck in phase. I've been like no more than like, I don't know, like 10-15 minutes on a little thumbnail before moving on to the next. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if I'm taking too long on one, you know, feel free to let me know in the chat. I'm going to get this done at a reasonable time scale, and the best way to do that is by not wasting time on random phases, as I am prone to doing. As for how I'm doing, I'm pretty good. I mean, it's finally starting to get hot as hell here in Minnesota. That my window open, so if you hear any shrieking kids or whatever, you know, that's what that is. Yeah, it's ready to start drawing again on a regular basis, at least. hey Joe, yeah. Hey, sorry if I'm late. I just got out of school Saturday, so yeah, it's totally fine. You have to be being late or whatever. It's totally fine. Like it's not like there's no disciplinary like punishments if you get here like 20 minutes late. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing good. Just we went on a family trip from last Thursday till Monday, so I just got back to starting work again today. That was fun. But yeah, I mean, how you doing? How's your day? Looking forward to Wednesday and tomorrow, since we can get the new chapter of 100 Girlfriends. Gonna stop by Backtrack Straight and leave my obligatory like one chat messages, and then just peace out. Everything is good so far, but my dad just got surgery done. And not, I'm assuming it's like insignificant, like not a major surgery. And yeah, you've been helping him heal the family. Yeah. Alright, yeah, it's good to hear, man. Yeah, I don't know if you're in America or not, but as soon as I hear surgery, I'm like, oh boy, hopefully it's not too expensive or whatever. But anyway, but yeah, tomorrow is hopefully the end of the little break weeks. We're gonna hopefully we're gonna get some consistent chapters for the next month or so. That'd be nice. I'm excited to see how Kimari is gonna, I guess, integrate with the other girls, or not, knowing we have something that's kind of unusual, maybe, but we have we know how at least all the third year girlfriends what they think about her, and it's not very glowing. They don't really, I mean, they probably don't hate her, but they don't seem to love her. So it's going to be interesting seeing her having perhaps what's the word, I guess just prove that she's turned a new leaf or something like that. These are bound to be so lovely. Thank you, Mel. I'm hoping that I can, capture the drunken grace of Momoha. Easier said than done, but I tried. And then I lived in the U.S. Me and my family moved to California when I was 5 years old. And you guys moved because you wanted to go to the rain in Washington. I mean, yeah, Washington. I've heard that the rain there is pretty crazy, though. Given that California's had some severe droughts, I guess recently, these recent decades, I don't know, been contributing to the fires. I'm not sure how you're feeling and your family's feeling about the decision anymore, but yeah. My brother, he actually lives in California. He's going there for school. He's a doctor in biochemistry and all that. I've visited there a few times in the past few years. said your parents are thinking of moving to Texas. I mean, yeah, the housing is cheaper, but I think that's because they don't have heating and cooling elements for like winter and summer. I guess we can afford to. Well, no, the grid doesn't work. The grid doesn't work half the time. So I was gonna say if you could afford to like get central heating and AC, then maybe it's worth it. But that's an issue with the grid, so you can't really buy your way out of that one. Oh, your dad works in construction? And my dad worked. He didn't. Well, he specifically worked in, like he's a carpenter. And yeah, he didn't build a house that we grew up in the way apparently your dad could. But he did take an already existing house and basically renovate the whole thing, turn the basement into like a second living space, which my brother and I used like crazy before we got kicked out of our house. But that one's a complicated story, so I'm not going to go into that one. But it was definitely a nice job he did. Also, just 4 more weeks till I graduate. I'm so excited, but also nervous. Damn, I've been out of school long enough. I was starting to forget. Like, yeah, May means people are graduating, but yeah, I mean, definitely it's kind of like that. I mean, presumably graduating from high school and either going into college or I guess going into like work, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's a little different, especially if you go from high school straight into the job world. That's a big one. Unless you worked before, but I mean, ultimately, it's not that different than going from like elementary school to middle school or middle school to high school. You know, a little. I mean, it's like a step up from what you've done before, and hopefully, like the previous step you were on before sort of prepared you for the next step. But yeah. This is probably the best thumbnail I'm gonna get after about 50 minutes working on it. I'm probably gonna just go with this one, try to make this one work. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I started waffling at this point. So I probably should just do that. Hey, Red. Yeah. So glad I was back streaming. Yeah, good to be back. Trying to keep myself from getting from getting too caught up in the details and nitty-gritties, so I can actually complete stuff at a reasonable rate and not what's the word? Not. Well, it's not getting burnt out, but rather like I have like the motivation from having completed some work, basically. Not a bunch of unfinished pieces that are sitting in the folders. I'm like a piece of just like collecting dust. I'm like, oh damn it, I'm gonna get to that. When am I gonna get to this? Yeah, trying not. You know, I mean, I'm getting the problem right now. I'm starting to waffle. You know, the main thing I should focus on probably, I think it's like to. Either the hair or the bottle. Like the camping thing that the cook kit stove thingamajig. I always will be grateful to this community every day. This community has changed my life, and I can't thank all of you enough for that. Damn, I mean, it really is. I mean, I'm always kind of surprised by statements like that because, like, I don't really feel like I'm doing anything that crazy. But I mean, I guess that's how I kind of think often is, what feels normal to you is like real, can be very example of someone else. But yeah. Yeah, the earned glazing does feel very nice. How's this QuickStove thing actually work? Because the picture I got doesn't really show. It only shows it from one side, so I'm gonna have to find a better angle. Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, so it basically just opens up. The top just opens up like two sections, kind of like I thought. Yeah, yeah, you can drink some nice whiskey or whatever with Momoha. Oh my fucking god. This 100-man versus one gorilla thing. It's been spread. It's like a wildfire through the latest meme, whatever. Yeah, I think I came across it first on Hatsanabe's stream on Twitch, and then later on when I was in that family event over the weekend, they brought it up again. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely on the human. Yeah, like, yes. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of thing that would grind my gears or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm pretty certain 100 people could beat a gorilla. Obviously, the men are not going to come out of that unscathed. There are probably going to be some casualties, but I think like at the end of the day, like one gorilla is not going to be like beating 100 men. Like unless unless they're doing some stupid one man at a time type shit, then yeah, maybe the gorilla stands a chance. But like, these are presumably average intelligence humans, so they're gonna be like, they're gonna try not to get killed. Well, yeah, yeah, maybe 15. I don't know. I feel like that's definitely weighing things in favor of the gorilla. But I mean, to be fair, I don't even really know how gorillas fight in the wild. I know they like punch and shit, and they can bite, and I'm sure. I mean, the gorilla proponents are always going on about how the gorillas they could very easily just rip you in half. Like, okay, well, do gorillas do that in like when they're fighting other gorillas? Do they rip each other in half? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's not something that they commonly do. It might what's the word? It might not be something we should expect. And like when they go up against chimpanzees, which are, obviously not. Obviously, they're stronger than humans, but they're presumably weaker than gorillas. Like, how do gorillas fare? And in that matchup, is it like 25 chimpanzees to one gorilla? I don't know. But yeah. I guess Red knows how to get a rise out of me in the most benign version of that term. But yeah. Yeah, my money is on the humans. I mean, yeah. Even if it's just, even if you remove all the tools and everyone's going in their butt ass naked, I mean, I do think they could still, we got teeth too. I don't know. You can poke their eyes out. I mean, I'm sure the person who pokes a gorilla's eye out is probably not gonna live to tell the tale. But some of us gotta take one for the team. I say, not being while safely in the comfort of my closet studio. Yeah. Alright, I'm the ideas guy, so I can't really, I mean, as you can see, I'm not, particularly, buff, so, I mean, it wouldn't, if I died, we're all, who's gonna strategize, you gotta think here, we gotta use our heads, Oh, no, I can see. Wait. I do have my chat window up. I can scroll back pretty easily if I can. Let's see. I did completely miss that. Let me scroll back to that one. Oh, yeah, for some reason it's not in. Huh, weird. Don't tell me YouTubers censoring people's grandparents passing, goddamn. But yes, okay. Blue's comment is, as such, all of you have helped me get through some sad times in my life. My grandpa passed away near the end of 2024 due to cancer. All of you have helped me get past that. I mean, damn. My condolences. I'm sure that was rough. I'm very glad we could, be there to help you sort of work through the pain. Be our goofy, silly selves and make it a little better. We hug you with our words, you know. I mean, yeah, like yeah. You get one person, like a couple people, to be like the distraction. Like, yeah, we just need two dudes to wrap their arms around her neck and 5 inch limb. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure a gorilla is not strong enough to power through strangulation. Like, I mean, I don't know everything there is to know about gorillas, but I do believe they need to breathe air like the rest of us. Yo, hey Lasher, how's it going? Been a bit since you were on one of my streams, because I just have, it's been a bit since I streamed. Oh my god, how did I not make the connection? Idea for next piece, all 34 members of the Rentaro family fighting one gorilla. It'll be a beautiful landscape shot that I can mount in my new living room. I mean, there's the Gorilla Alliance or whatever. They do have like an actual. I mean, like we already got the car and it can basically solo a gorilla. So I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the what do you call it? Like power scaling plays out there. I mean, it seems to be pretty heavily favoring Rentaro family side, but I don't know. Maybe it's a gorilla who's in love and he's trying to protect his harem from them. Like they're trying to like, haha, he's trying to build a compound in like Africa and then kind of like accidentally plow over a gorilla's like territory or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, regarding last week's comment, you know, you're curious about this prediction for Kimari you had about her basically accidentally conflating her parents telling her to follow some rules to following all rules. I mean, this is 100 Girlfriends, so I do that is totally within the cards. I can totally see something like that happening. But yeah. I love the idea of that piece because there'd be so much detail you would have to consider how each children react to the situation. I mean, I think for the meme, I should probably just wait 10 or 15 years until there are actually 100 girlfriends, so then we can literally go like now the internet figured out how 100 men would fare against a gorilla, but what about 100 women? But, yeah. I mean, I'm sure most people, when they're asking that question, they're imagining 100 male humans, but yeah, how women fare. It's like Alexa, remind me in 15 years, draw Rentaro family fighting gorilla. those carbonates to just bench press the gorilla and toss him aside. Yeah, it's she's the main one who's making it like a no diff or whatever, like it's a flawless victory. Actually, I'm trying to think. I'm sure Yamame could also be a pretty good contender, though. She'd be better at de-escalation and making sure they don't have to fight. Alright, pulling up my Discord DMs.
Alexa, remind me in 10 years to have Rayos and Taro family fighting a gorilla. Like 5 p.m.
Crazy. That'd be so funny. Like what the hell? Like 10 years after, like what the hell was this? And like be like, oh yeah, it's like okay, yeah, that's gonna be like a Sistine Chapel level piece. I mean, I guess in 10 years time I will have hopefully improved enough that won't be basically an insurmountable challenge like it is like it would be now. But yeah, that'll be my magnum opus so far. I'm the kind of person I'm always trying to make everything every latest piece is always like my magnum opus. Yeah, this is the one. Art is one of the one situations where an infinite growth mindset is does not automatically result in bad outcomes for everyone involved. Not like that with accumulating wealth. But yeah, I'm sure everyone here is well aware of that. Yeah. Yeah, you must, in order to join the stream, you must be a card-carrying communist. CCC. We will be handing out your copy of the Little Red Book summarily. Please have it read by next stream. Time to draw Momoha's like jellyfish hair. Oh yeah. We're all adults here. We know that You know, unfortunately, people die. It's I mean, you know, it's a sad fact of life, but you know, that's not gonna, you know, we're not gonna let that bring down the mood. You know, we're gonna celebrate the fact that they were alive. You know. No, Mom, I can't go to the funeral. I've got fictional women to goon over. Gosh. Yeah, I'm sure that will go over well with the rents. You know what's funny? I typed that out and decided it was a little too cringe and I was going to delete it, but the backspace is remarkably close to the send button iOS. True. I think I have also had that happen where I'm like halfway between writing a message and you accidentally hit enter. Rough times out here. We're all struggling. Every time I look at your art, even when it's unfinished, I think you should be hired as a professional artist. It's just that good. Oh, stop you. I mean, you know, I won't pretend that I'm not decent, but you know, damn. I mean, if anyone feels, feels very strongly about that statement, or about Tiller's statement, you know, I do have, some commissions that I have a commission page set up where I take people's, I take money for some arts. And if you ever have some spare change and you want, a piece in your mind that's, just burning to see actualized, you can always visit like my what is it? Like Artistree. It's honestly, I probably should put that in my end of stream links. Since it is a little obscure, but anyway. This hair is, for some reason, was struggling to get this hair down. I mean, her hair is a little weird. I mean, like I said, she got that jellyfish thing going on where, like, it's mostly cut short, but then she has, like, two locks on the side of her head. Let's focus on those first. Oh, I mean, we can start shouting out in the reviews more if you like as well. I mean, I didn't want to be too promotey or whatever, but maybe I wouldn't mind. I am trying to become what's the word? financially independent, like as ASAP. Like I mean, this 9 to 5, this 40-hour a week thing, corporate work thing is I feel I can relate to Tama a lot, where it feels like I was not meant to toil away in the office for 8 hours a day and drive an hour through traffic because the roads are being constructed for the first time in like 20 years, but then they've also been under construction for 20 years, and it's like any way of getting out of that without having to screw over anyone else would be really appreciated. I really want to get the hair done now in the thumbnail stage, but even now that I'm struggling with it, maybe it would be a better idea to jump in the, I guess, ladder mode. I don't know. I got 50, 40 minutes, whatever. I'll keep trying, see how it goes. You know, I actually had a job once. I was helping at a friend's family's restaurant, and like the job, it wasn't for me. Yeah, I get that. I mean, the job I'm working at is not terrible, but it's like I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, you know, I don't even want to do it for another year. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, they get bagels every time we have to do a big old audit or whatever. That's pretty nice. Yeah. His tube, man. Okay, that one. Okay, normally I follow you, Red. But I kind of lost the third. I want that's big. Okay. Bagels for the piss tube, man. I mean, I guess, yeah, that emoji does look kind of like a piss tube man, but. Like his feet look like bagels, perhaps. I don't know. I'm trying perhaps a little too hard to decipher what's going on. I might be overanalyzing. I have been known to do that. Let's try shaping. Wait, no. I'm what is it, like a document control technician? Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Piss tube, like catheters. Yes. Oh my. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, we do use the tube that goes in your piss hole, otherwise known as a catheter. We make the coatings for those that hospitals and other medical people use. Well, yeah. Yeah, I was maybe it's just because I got stream brain on, so I'm not 100% focused on speaking or whatever. Maybe I'm trying too hard to get it to look like the reference. And you just need to they screw it and draw something that has the shape, not the even if it doesn't perfectly match Nozawa's beautiful art. Ooh, yeah. All right, I'm about to head out. I will say though something I'm definitely not posting in the future is a Patreon for the channel. Something I'd like to discuss even more down the line, just when I feel like we deserve it if we launch something like that. I mean, you know, it's really, frankly, it's up to the people choosing to patronize us, whether we deserve it or not. So yeah, I think it's not a bad idea to have it, you know. Yeah, you know, people feel like we don't deserve it, they can always just not subscribe. Yeah, and I appreciate the experience. If I do get another job, I'll have experience. Yeah, that was definitely something to help me. I mean, the school I went to had like the high school I went to had like a work study program, so us students basically worked a day out of the week for every day of our 4 years there. So that was, you know, that definitely got me a lot of first of all, this job experience, but then I guess more importantly for me, like this social experience, because I mean, as bad as I am today regarding to social anxiety and whatnot, I was way worse when I was a high school freshman. It was like intractable, unmanageable. Other words. Oh yeah. We would have to put together tiers and whatnot. Yeah, what would we have for tiers actually? I guess that's why that's what we'd be discussing. Alright, I'll head out. If you're down, I can join in on one of the streams this week to chat and chill. Yeah, of course. Always happy to have you on. And I'm sure the viewers, they're always happy as well. a good, I guess, pose, starting position, whatever. We're gonna work with this. Rule of thirds composition, I guess down and it done. This actually does look pretty nice. I was a little hesitant to go forward with it, but yeah, now I'm looking at it scaled up. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's pretty nice looking. Can definitely work with this. I'm liking what I see so far. Thank you, Mel. Definitely is coming together nicely. And to me, as I come back and I'm greeted with this beautiful piece of art, and you take every single one of your finished designs, have this poster or wallpaper. I mean, you know, if you want to, if you have $10 a month to spare, I do have my Patreon. I mean, yeah, on my Patreon page, I guess. You know, at the $10 a month tier, you can get the you know, well, actually, you don't need to. You can, at the $5 one tier, you can actually get access to the whole big, like the big, like fucking 3,000 width pixel length things. You know, the thing to consider. You know, if you're interested, if you got $5 to spare. I mean, I guess I do have like an itch.io where I put on like collections, I guess, put them under like one, like this birthday gift thing will probably be one where I put them all under one like itch.io like package, I guess, that you'd be able to buy for one, rather than if you don't want to subscribe, you can just do a one thing purchase. But I mean, given this gonna be like 33 individual designs, probably will be probably cost a pretty penny. Not, I mean, not nothing crazy. It's probably like in like the $30 or $40 range, but that's gonna be like at least a year from now. So I guess I wouldn't worry about that. No, you want everything that's currently out so far. There's, you know, Patreon. I guess also Subscribestar and Fanbox if you're interested in those. If you're not down with Patreons, or is it iOS? Anyway. Yeah. in those Patreon things they do have it. They show the sketches. You know, this sketch would be, you know, like, yeah, this is normally how I. Each of these little layer comps would be its own image. I mean, as you can see, there'd be a sticker one, because, you know, I'm sure people would like to have something like this as a sticker. And obviously, there's going to be the normal color render, as well as a line art. In case, like, I guess in case you want to do like your own little like coloring book type thing, that's always an option. And then of course the initial sketch that everything's based off of. I have to get going. I hope you and chat have a good rest of the stream. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good time to get going since I'm going to be ending the stream in about 15 or so minutes. I'm just going to try to get as much, I guess, line art done as I can. Focus on, I guess, the easy ones, which would just be the actual objects. A lot easier trying to draw that than people. Because I don't actually draw them with the vector layer. We're raw dogging it, not using. There's not really a reason I don't use vector things, where it's just kind of like, it's kind of a why not situation. I just realized what I said, like, it's a why not use vector graphs. think I will call it a night there. And, as always, thank you very much for stopping by. And sorry, it's been a month since I did this. I don't really remember my little end of stream spiel. Let me pull that up. Yes. Thanks for coming by. Consider liking, commenting, maybe even subscribing if you want to, stay notified from when I start streaming again tomorrow at the same time, same place. You don't want to have to deal with the hassle of finding that, and just want to be notified. Anyway, consider that. So, that'll be it for tonight.